Fear, shock, and surprise were the reactions of Nigerians when the news of bandits' attack on the permanent site of the Nigerian Defence Academy broke on Tuesday, August 24, 2021. The Nigerian Defence Academy, with its motto Loyalty and Valor, is a military university based in Afaka, Kaduna State, Nigeria. The institution was established in February 1964 and it trains officer cadets for commissioning into one of the three services of the Nigerian Armed Forces: the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. Cadets are groomed in military, academic, and character development to instill discipline and leadership skills according to global best practices, culminating in the award of a bachelor's degree and presidential commissioning into the rank of second lieutenant for Army cadets or its equivalent in the Navy and Air Force for respective cadets. It was gathered that the bandits who came in their numbers attacked the institution, shooting sporadically and killing 2 officers in the process. The officers are identified as Lieutenant Commander Wula and Flight Lieutenant Okoronkwo, while Major Datong was kidnapped by the bandits. Kaduna State in recent times has been experiencing a series of attacks from bandits, with school children being abducted and others sometimes being killed. Narrating the incident, an anonymous military source said, on August 24, 2021 at about 1:25 a.m., bandits in their large numbers attacked NDA Afaka and kidnapped 1 officer, Major Datong, while Lieutenant Commander Wula and Flight Lieutenant Okoronkwo were shot dead. Lieutenant Ona sustained gunshot injury and is currently receiving treatment at a hospital in NDA. Another source explaining how the bandits gained access into the school said, they came in silently through the part of the school where we have barbed wire and not properly fenced. Unfortunately, there were no soldiers on guard at that end, so the bandits sneaked into where the officers were and got 3 of them. It was when they shot one of the officers that everybody woke up, and before we knew it, they had made their way outside and fled. The attack is a big slap on our face. How could we have allowed that? They already knew there was no guard on duty and came in through that axis. Speaking with a security expert, Kabiru Adamu, he said the incident was unfortunate as the NDA is a well-respected institution.
I think it's a national embarrassment. The NDA is an institution that is well respected by both the military nationally and internationally, and it's a symbol of what the Nigerian military stands for. Now that attack has unfortunately breached the integrity of that institution. It has also shown to the world that even important places like that can be violated. So I feel quite embarrassed. I'm worried, I'm concerned, and I'm hoping that I would see a reaction from the military that would bring this madness to an end.
Also, it was alleged that the personnel meant to be monitoring the CCTV had slept off before the attack occurred. Adamu, reacting to this, said,
the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief of Army Staff, and anyone who has some level of authority on the academy to set up an investigative committee that would look into the incident, including the manning of the CCTV monitoring room, as well as the integrity of the fence and the surrounding areas where there are farms that should have been not farmed, because of course bad elements would hide under the cover of plants and violate such promises. And then of course where there are trees that were hanging over the fence, or even the integrity of the concrete that was used in it. So an investigation that would look into 3 things: the physical security, the processes that were in place, and then more importantly, the human beings that had responsibility to ensure that this doesn't happen. Now for me, it's not that even the attackers attacked. My anger is that they were successful in the attack. That is what is annoying me. Yes, a mad person can decide to say, well, our attack, but my hope was that that person would have been killed. In this instance, they did attack and they were successful. So that's annoying me.
Many are of the opinion that if a military academy can be attacked by bandits, what then is the fate of the ordinary Nigerian citizen? Speaking on the security implication of this attack on the security, Adamu said,
it shows clearly that the posture of formations or institutions that are military based or military related are not as sacrosanct as we thought before now. So anyone who did this to test the integrity of the military institutions or structures it has given him an indication that he can do more. So frankly, unless we send a very, very strong message, unfortunately, and I hate to be the harbinger of bad news, more such attacks would occur.
The security expert, however, urged the federal government to take over the hiding places of these bandits and dominate it so as to curb this menace.
Destroy is not the right word. Take over their havens, the ungoverned spaces that they use to hibernate from where they come out to attack us. Take it over and as much as possible dominate it and stop any element from using it as a posture. Man our borders, and for this I am calling on the immigration. I am calling out on the immigration. It is their responsibility to enhance border protection. Issues around weapon smuggling, proliferation of small arms and light weapons, all the security agencies that have responsibility for border management, they should enhance their effort in reducing the inflow of weapons. Then beyond that, there are several drivers of insecurity in the country. I'm calling on both the federal and state government to work together to tackle these drivers, and I'll quickly mention them. Socioeconomic grievances, I've talked about small arms and light weapons proliferation, the ineffective and not so appropriate legal system that is failing to punish, arrest and punish offenders, then political violence and the inability of our political players to manage our differences, which is breeding the first one, unemployment, inflation. Name them. I've talked about the ungoverned spaces. I've talked about our value system that is no longer as good as it is. So I need to see better collaboration between the federal and state government to manage all of these issues that I've mentioned that are driving the insecurity. I would also advise on the principles of equity, diversity and inclusion that perhaps we have dropped as Nigerians. We now see each other as either Hausa, Yoruba or Fulani, and in this instance we even almost hate each other, and so we need to address the principles of equity, diversity and inclusion, and this is a responsibility that is on all of us, especially our value shapers. I'm starting with the family, the educational institutions and then the religious bodies. They need to address all of this.
Some Nigerians reacting to the news of these attacks said,
if for any reason a place like NDA, known for security outfits, where security men are trained, where Nigeria has the highest armory, where skillful soldiers are trained, and to the extent that insurgents, bandits can now conveniently invade the same place, kill the people, kill the soldiers. My dear, we are no longer ready to be economical with works, because it has come to the level where men must take the bull by the horn.
Okay, what confidence are we going to have now in Nigeria or in the defense or in the security, that if in a defense college are be attacked, killed and kidnapped, the country is collapsed? Please, we are crying, we are dying secretly. I don't really know what is happening in the country. Please, our leaders should come on board. They should listen to people.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari, reacting to the attack, said it will not dampen the morale of the security agencies in ending banditry and criminality in the country. President Buhari said the heinous action would accelerate the total uprooting of evil in the polity, which members of the armed forces are solidly resolved to accomplish in the shortest time possible.